Cheers!
Whoa!
Welcome to
MovieBitches!
MovieBitches!
Oppa!
That's the Greek, isn't it?
Yeah, I apologize. Salute!
Salute. Welcome to MovieBitches, episode 280. Tonight we're reviewing Mafia Mamma.
I don't know why I keep wanting to say Mama Mafia.
Mama Mafia, Mia.
I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, Mama.
Mia Mafia Mama. It's my Mafia mother.
What now?
Yeah, my Mafia mom.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's different than a regular mom. She's a cool mom. Anyway, first things first, shout out to our Patreon supporters. $5 a month gets you ad-free early access. $10 gets you access to our viewing parties. Make sure to subscribe and share. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and Letterboxd.
Now, if Cher...
Yes, was in this movie,
Yeah.
that would be Mamma Mia too. Here we go again.
I know. I'm just speculating.
I don't think I would want it, but I would be okay with it. It's Cher.
If she just showed up at the end in the helicopter,
she was
you
the
thought
Nona.
you were the Mafia Mama?
You thought you were the boss? I'm the boss. Yeah, sure.
But in place of Cher, we did get Monica Bellucci,
Yes, we
who
did.
was she was in this movie.
She was there.
She was there. I have so many thoughts about okay, so Mafia Mama.
Yes.
Decided to go see this movie because Toni Collette.
Yep. Period. Italy. Double period.
And this is Catherine Hardwicke's first movie that's been released that wasn't a TV show or a TV movie or something you haven't heard of since Little Red Riding Hood.
Wow. That really tanked her career, huh?
Well, and getting fired for taking too long on New Moon.
Right. Yeah.
And she's a woman.
Right.
So. Although this movie's bad.
This movie is bad.
Wow. Okay, so let's get into it.
So yes, this movie is bad. However, I would venture to say that it's still watchable, but for me, more in like it was on TV, or like, we didn't really we were stuck at home on a rainy day, or you know.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it starts strong.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie have the wheels come off so dramatically in the third act. It starts, Toni Collette is fabulous.
Well, she's pathetic.
She's a pushover. Everyone, she does everything over. She's a martyred mother.
Right.
Whatever you want, honey. And she's overlooked at her job and all of these things. And she gets a phone call. Hello, it's Italy. It's Monica Bellucci. Your grandfather has died in Italy. Come over here.
Yeah. Okay. Seems crazy. No, I can't. And then she catches her husband cheating on her. And her best black friend who's going to teach her and get her out of trouble.
And tell her how to eat, pray, fuck.
Yep.
Eat, pray, fuck.
I liked this start of this movie. I was like, it understands tone. It's balancing between the comedy and the action of it all.
Yep.
And it's not taking the action to too serious of a
Right.
level that
Right.
and you believe her. It's Toni Collette. So you're like, yeah, she's on a fun Italian adventure and the mob's there.
Yeah.
But then it really started to the pacing, the scenes started to
dilate. It was just like...
Yes, it did. It dilated as you watched it.
It's just like, why is this one still going?
The focus.
That one weird scene with her and the tattoo guy, that didn't have to be there.
Oh, I mean, there was numerous ones, but the seduction canopy? What was this?
I don't know.
What was this? She becomes the head of the mob family.
Right.
And through happenstance and luck and, women's defense class.
Right.
She keeps saving herself, keeps killing people. Oh my God, what's going on? But the details just started to blend away and nothing mattered anymore.
No.
Why bother dressing the set when you're at a gelato, the most fabulous and famous gelato restaurant?
You really got hung up on that one.
It was wild. Because why set it up that way? Well, I'll meet with the mob boss, but it has to be at this specific gelato restaurant because TripAdvisor says it's the best gelato in town ever, and that's where we're going.
And that's what I want.
That's an order.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they're just on a balcony of someone's house that has one table where they're eating gelato out of glass
bowls.
I
mean, I think the idea maybe was that they were like, well, we're still having a meeting of the mob bosses, so we need to have a large table to do it at. and we arranged for security. Everyone could be in the back of this restaurant.
Fine. I mean, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. It's just like there was
that was not my big issue
just,
with it.
Things like that kept adding up.
Sure.
Oh, who cares? Don't worry about it. Oh, what? It doesn't matter. Oh, forget about it.
Hey, forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget no us.
My bigger issue was that we started off and Toni Collette is this timid, afraid to claim her own space. Her friend points out that she never cares for anyone. She
puts everyone else
first, right? And we never really see that change. And I don't think that those are necessarily bad traits, right?
Right.
I think would have been interesting to take the narrative that like she is uniquely qualified as a mom.
Right, that wasn't what it did.
No,
it
wasn't like, oh, she used her skills to make everyone happy at the table.
Right.
Or whatever, to
She's cooking them like she's being an Italian mother.
Sure.
Right, and matchmaking them and cooking for them.
Right.
And, oh, my babies, and I'm protecting you. And
whatever it is.
They'll do anything for their mom,
Sure.
like that kind of thing.
Attention to detail.
There was plenty of Italian stereotypes available to choose from in this film, so why not add another one?
Right. Now, I would say this was better than Little Italy.
Little Italy was more fascinating because you didn't know what was going to happen next.
Luigi, your real name is Li Xiaoping. You're Chinese, bro. When are you gonna be honest with yourself that you're not even Italian?
When I told my dad I was gay, he threw me out of the house.
Lamps were just gonna show up out of nowhere, and you didn't know why or where and how did this happen. Now, if they had been at that gelato restaurant and there had been lamps everywhere,
oh my God,
indoor lamps everywhere, it was such a strange experience because I was actually unabashedly loving this movie
for the first half.
And then I was like, this is bad. I don't like this at all. It fell apart.
It fell apart.
But I did like all of the jet skis.
So Thrasinol is banned in the EU, so we can't use Mykonos, but he's on a jet ski. I love those. I love jet skis.
Oh.
So she works at an advertising agency?
Or something.
Right?
Yeah, or a pharmaceutical company in their marketing department.
I guess so.
But because they're like, and now we have this pharmaceutical.
Now that would have made more sense within the plot that happens later where she tries to turn the mob legit, or at least do-gooders, and give people medicine for like a better rate because they can't get American medicine in Italy.
Right.
That would have made sense. That didn't come across that like, oh, I'm perfectly suited to.
Oh, really? I thought it was clear that they were taking the pharmaceuticals from the company that she just got fired from and distributing them to the local townsfolk.
Okay. Yeah, I think at this point
they fell off a truck.
No,
and then they sold
I got
them
that
to
part.
the townsfolk.
I guess they just could have really like hit it home that she's like, I know what all of these do.
Well, right.
Give this. Oh, you don't want that medication. I'll
right.
give you
yeah.
something.
But also, that was such a weird thing. Like, they wanted her to have her like, oh, but we can still be the Mafia, but we'll be the Mafia for good. And I was like, sure.
Well, so like once they set up the plot, okay, you're in charge of the Mafia, and you're a generally moral person who wants to do good. There's no way to end this movie other than I fixed the Mafia. It doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
We're all nice.
Yeah.
Or I've turned evil, and
right.
now
I'm now corrupt, and I'm
like there's no. That it's too big of a problem,
yes.
right? And so, but I kept thinking, oh, they're gonna, because she keeps talking about, I want to make wine, and the front for their particular family is making wine, but they make terrible wine,
right?
And I was like, oh, she'll just turn that part of it legit, and they'll make good wine,
yeah.
And that's sort of what happened, but not really.
Not really. And what I would have really liked.
Because remember when they showed the bulletin board of all the stuff they do, and it was like, this, the racketeering, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then there was one thing that was just like prostitution.
Right.
She didn't bat an eye at that.
No.
She wasn't like, maybe we should, figure this out and stop,
Like,
trading people into the sex trade or whatever. Nothing.
Well, it was unclear as to exactly
Like,
what
don't bring that up.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a fantasy. Don't bring it
up.
I won't think of it, but you showed it to me. And now I'm going, oh, no.
God.
It's just, she's just...
So she's now complicit in, like...
Yikes.
Right, sex trafficking? Or...
I mean, I don't know.
I don't
it's
know.
opened a door and now I can't close it.
Right. I have to assume the worst.
Yeah.
I agree. I think she shouldn't have run that part of it, right? They should have kept it. The whole thing, Monica Bellucci is like, oh, we need you to broker peace between mostly our family and this other dueling, feuding family who's been killing. They killed your grandfather. They killed everyone. Everyone's killing each other.
And they didn't set that up quite properly. I don't know
No.
why. I guess Crazy Guy, who's number 2.
The tattoo guy?
How do you expect us to make money?
I don't know.
Ignited that feud?
Yes.
But we don't see it.
No, we didn't see it, and I think that would have been helpful
Yeah.
because, well, especially
did
because of later on.
Did he ignite it specifically
intentionally
to take over?
Right. It seemed like maybe, but he got
It was wishy-washy.
hoisted by his own petard. I don't know. I also would have really
I always
liked
want to say hoisted by his own Picard.
Jean-Luc.
Yeah, Jean-Luc. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
His little outfit.
On Picard.
I'm so sorry.
But yes, I would have liked it better if it was like Monica Bellucci, right? We need you to help broker peace between the families because everyone's killing, right? Then she's like, okay, fine. That's how she at least gets her in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And then the guy tries to poison her, right?
Right.
We'll get to how horny on main she is.
Oh my God.
Because Jesus.
I just really want my eat, pray, fuck.
Oh, he tries to poison her. Oh, it's a mix-up. Then he dies. Then the next
Okay,
person
yes.
accidentally dies.
Yeah, but it kept being an accident.
And then, oh, they're at this shootout, or they're at this table or whatever, and all of the mob basses, all of a sudden something sets them off, and they start shooting each other,
The mob
and they
basses.
just kill each other, and she's there crouching with her muffins under the table, or
Right.
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Now she's solved the mafia in Italy, because they're all dead. They all shot each other.
Isn't it just like a Hydra, though?
Well, maybe. I mean, now you're getting really bleak. I feel like it's a better way.
Much better. Much better.
I don't know if we needed
then-
the DEA undercover, but if he was...
We did not.
No, we didn't. But even if he was, wouldn't it have been better if happenstantially, because it's Italy, his family made wine and he knows how to make wine.
Yeah.
And so he teaches her how to make wine because that's what she really wants to do.
You've been stress grape gathering all night.
They fall in love over making wine. Then, after she's done his job for him, because they all murdered themselves.
Yeah.
We don't have to prosecute
It's
anyone
the
because
end of
they're all
French
dead.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Let's walk off into the vineyard.
We can go into the vineyard and fuck and have fun, and we have this fabulous villa where we make now good wine because she's also a marketer and can sell it. It's a Hallmark movie.
Well, remember that one wine-related
Christmas movie that I watched?
Christmas movie where she was like
I'm
just, like,
actually doing science.
mixing wines? Like,
That was this.
I'm really doing it. I'm really actually doing science.
time doesn't exist. She
No.
gets there.
Yep.
The meeting of them at the airport was weird.
It was so weird.
So she gets there, and there's that really distracting background twink who, he was an extra, but he was like, what, is he going to show up in the movie? Because,
Yeah,
like,
is
what's
he
going on with
relevant?
him? Because he's great, and also he's pulling too much focus.
Yeah.
She trips.
He pushes a suitcase
So it
toward
was-
her,
And it was all a setup.
and she trips
Okay.
and she falls into his arms. And so,
She was just such a hungry dick pig
yes.
that
How will I ever have sex?
it seemed so wild.
So wild.
She was like, oh, hi, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they, oh, I caught you. And then just started introducing themselves. Like, it started weird. Like,
Weird.
oh, I'm Lorenzo. Oh, this is my aunt. Oh, so-and-so. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't know oh, sorry, I ran into you.
Right? It doesn't matter.
But she was like, I want that D.
Right.
Immediately.
Yes.
Lorenzo.
I mean, he is hot.
sure.
Sure.
It was a lot.
The day before, 12 hours before, she caught her husband
Cheating on her.
That
That is true.
And she's now on a plane. I mean,
24 hours later, she's on a plane and she's ready to fuck the next hot Italian
mean,
that she sees.
sure.
Sure.
But it was like aggressive.
Aggressive.
I don't know. It was like too much.
It was too
somehow.
much, especially because it was so unprofessional, just like in the relation. Like, she goes on a dinner or whatever. She meets this other mob boss for like a conversation and negotiation. And
the rival mob boss.
The rival mob boss that just killed her grandfather.
Killed her grandfather. Shot at her.
And right
at the funeral.
Yeah.
And
she's just
like,
oh,
you're not what I expected. Let's
fuck
right now. It was crazy.
Crazy.
Please, it's been 3 long years. Come on.
I was just like, what?
And then he pulls poppers, poison out of his ass. That was a strange choice.
It was a really odd choice. I think the point was supposed to be that like, oh.
Well, they had frisked him.
Right, but like clearly not that much.
Well, they didn't even a body cavity search, but like.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like he could have had it.
But like he could have had it in his underwear.
Right. It would have been the same.
Right.
He's like shitting really, into his own hands.
As if also like it was like in the biggest butt plug you've ever seen.
Because like how would you?
But then it was just like a crystal clear glass capsule that definitely you would not put glass
your ass. Don't put glass up your ass. I don't feel like I have to say that, but don't put glass up your ass.
Don't do it.
Don't you need it to be in some sort of little balloon or something so
right.
you can pull it out?
Exactly.
Wouldn't that just kind of get lost? Oh. And then you'd accidentally poison yourself because you sat on the glass that broke
and it shattered and then you had poison in your and it absorbed immediately because it was in your bloodstream. Yes.
So this was the plan in his mind. I'm going to meet rival boss lady. At this point, he does not know it's a woman.
No.
And he doesn't know that it's an American who's dumb and wants to fuck him. He thinks
true.
he's meeting tattoo guy.
Right.
I would presume.
Right.
So what was the plan? When was he getting that out of his ass and poisoning tattoo guy?
That's a good point.
Over dinner?
Over dinner. But how is he going to just, excuse me
while
I go to the bathroom, but then when they follow him?
Just gonna.
Yeah.
It just didn't make any sense.
Oh, I'm just gonna pour this real quick while he's in the bathroom. Are you gonna pull this out of your asshole while there's other people around in the middle of the restaurant?
It took a while for him to fish it out of his asshole.
And it was just so weird. And that's a great point. Because if he didn't know that he was gonna fuck her, then like when was this part of it ever gonna be happening?
She didn't have to pee.
Right.
Right. They're about to fuck, and she's like, "Oh my god, I have
can't.
to go pee. Hold on." And then he takes it out of his ass. So is he gonna fuck her with it in his ass? What was the plan?
I don't know.
Huh. Uh-huh.
And because part of me was gonna say, wouldn't it have been kind of funnier if it was like a cock ring that was hollow and had it in it, right? That he could open it up. And so then if they were like, oh, what's this, sir? And he was like, it's because of the perform, because
right.
But he wasn't planning on fucking her at all.
No.
So what? Yeah, that was weird.
It was really weird. I get it. She's like, fuck this. I'm blowing up my life and I'm leaving. My husband's cheating on me, whatever.
Sure.
The plan is initially she's just going to go to Italy for the week.
Of
then
course.
Things get out of hand, right?
Right.
But she fully just like abandoned life.
Yes.
Is she paying the mortgage? Like the husband, for all he knows, has died.
Missing.
Or she's missing. Like,
right.
And the friend doesn't seem to care.
No.
Like, there was just like a real, I don't know, it just seems so unrealistic that every tie that bound her to her old life was just utterly cut off.
I mean, I guess to be fair, when she talks to her friend the first time after she's murdered the guy,
right,
those switched poisons, that was 2 days after she'd been there?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, okay, I heard from her, now she's involved in the mafia, a little alarming,
I was more
but
so
yes.
saying when the husband, it's been months.
Well, right.
Like,
right, and then he shows up.
We find out, she's like, oh my God, Lorenzo, we've been dating for months. And I was like, what?
What?
What visa did you get?
Sure.
Tell me all about it.
She was born in Italy.
But does she have but she doesn't have a passport, it doesn't matter?
I don't think it matters. I mean, she could get one if she was an Italian citizen. Like,
whatever. It was just like suddenly she had been there for months.
Sure.
Okay. The douchey ex-husband shows up and he was just like, I didn't know where you were. Our house is in arrears. Like, I don't know what's going on. And like, yes, he was an idiot. Right. It was just fully just like.
Sure.
She just like was gone.
Well, it would have been kind of fun too, right? If it's like, oh, she decides that she's gonna stay, and then like maybe the mafia people go and clear out all of her stuff and like ship it over.
Or even just a phone call. Great, you took care of it.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know, something about it like what about the son's tuition? Like
sure.
It was just like done.
Yeah.
It was strange. It was strange.
A little bit. So, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more Mafia Mama. Well, and I guess I would have liked to see a little bit more of that opulence of the family, right?
Yes.
It felt low budget, this movie. They were like, we
Yeah.
have access to this one villa building.
Yeah.
And
We had one makeover.
Yeah, which was fine. They didn't fix her hair, which really drove me crazy until like 3/4 of the way through the movie.
It seemed like it wasn't fixed until the last scene,
Yeah.
which perhaps was shot at a different time with a different wig.
I don't know. Was it a
Different
wig?
extensions that they
May-
did.
yeah,
They were
okay.
extensions.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like something, they styled them that day.
It was like they brushed them. I just was like, someone just needs to run a brush through there. There's all of these flyaways, and I was just like, someone please.
Barbara, please. Please, Barbara.
Barbara, please!
Barbara, please.
We didn't talk about the big reveal
Okay.
in the seduction canopy when Monica Bellucci is like, also like, oh, I'm... Well, because, okay, first of all, Tattoo Guy comes over and tries to seduce her, and they're cousins?
Second cousins, but yes.
Like, but it was weird. Like, I was like, what is all this
What's
sexual
hap-
energy?
Yeah, it was
like,
very bizarre.
I
think he was supposedly he was turned on by her because, or not that this. I'm really reading into this.
Okay.
Was it that he was playing the angle? Hey, she's super fucking horny, even after
I'll
fucking
fuck
that guy.
my second cousin.
Because
have to.
if it gets me in, so that I can take over.
I thought once you'd have sex, you would calm down a bit.
Hey, I've been here 2 days and I've been almost murdered twice. That's 1 per day. I'm gonna need a lot more sex to calm me down.
Sure.
Sure.
But anyway, so these two scenes happen in a row.
Yeah.
This one's really weird. He's coming on to her. And then Monica Bellucci shows up, and it's very sexual.
Yes,
And
she's
she's
straddling her.
and reveals that she has a fake leg,
Yes.
which she doesn't. She's like, this is my, and it's like, dong, dong.
Couldn't tell. Looks so real.
Precision Swiss technology.
And you're like, but that's a real leg. And they just are like, this isn't the prosthetic leg you're looking for. Like, they were just like, no. And I was like, what's happening? That's her leg, though. Swedish engineering.
Sure. She's like, oh, your grandfather was so great. Yes, he ran the Mafia, but he also helped people, and he helped my family, and he sent my mom to college, and he paid for my leg. And
Just came out of nowhere.
And we're both like, wait, what?
What?
And then, of course, I appreciated that Toni Collette is just like, wait, I'm sorry.
What?
Your leg?
What?
It was stupid. And then, of course, it gets even dumber later.
Oh my God, later when she uses it to
Deflect
deflect bullets.
I was dying. It was stupid.
So dumb.
Yeah, but I didn't get enough of the character of Tattoo Guy, where I thought he was her son, Monica Bellucci's son.
No, he was Toni Collette's cousin.
Right.
Of some, it didn't really get explained.
No.
His character was not well drawn.
And so, I guess Monica Bellucci does say multiple times that she's not family, so she can't attend.
Right.
So I guess then, if she was family, then if she was, if they were related, then she would be family.
Well, and I think we should recast, and it should be Toby Cabell, because he would really have done.
Yeah.
He would have really
The face work, yeah.
stolen every little scene.
Uh-huh.
It would have been so good. Also, give him more work.
Yeah, yes.
He's great.
Definitely give him more. But my thing
Yes.
with him was that, was he a traitor? Was he double crossing the family? Right?
I think he was literally just a loose cannon. But
then,
that
okay.
all he wanted was to be in charge.
Okay.
So whatever got him there, that was what he wanted, I think.
Maybe. Then also in the Guns Ablaze
Which one?
shootout at the end when everyone's killing each other.
In the vineyard? No,
No.
in the
Sorry.
Oh, at the restaurant.
At the restaurant where all of the Mafia people are killing each other.
Yeah.
He's down below under the table and he sees a different guy and he just starts screaming.
I
Was
didn't
it that he
know.
was like a coward and he was afraid and he didn't want to
No, I
shoot
think it was
out?
he's weird, isn't he? He's so weird.
But it was so.
Because he was like, arr.
Well, but he was like, oh, Mafia, like machismo. Like
But then he didn't get arrested.
I didn't understand. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't make any sense to me.
It was like it needed to be dumber, or
Or
smarter,
more
Something,
well written.
You know, like it's like they only had the idea of the premise, the inciting incident, the initial thing, right? And then they didn't bother to finish the script.
They were just like, oh, we can figure it out, and then she makes wine. It's great.
When it was revealed that, yes, her boyfriend was the police, and then everyone's shooting everybody, and then everything was handled with such sort of casuality.
Well, it was such nonsense. Then that stupid-ass court scene where they go and they're like, oh, lady judge.
Well, first
we're all going to speak in English because...
I mean, first they just hand wave away.
Oh my God, how did they get out of jail? Not enough evidence to charge them.
Okay. Sure.
So then would there be enough evidence for her? Because there was less. She didn't.
Well,
anyway.
because then it's as if Lorenzo, the hot police officer boyfriend.
That Lorenzo?
Yeah.
Dick.
It's like as if he's the DA, which
Right.
is not the case. And so I didn't know what was going on.
It was so confusing. And he had no, he didn't present anything.
And it wasn't like he then suddenly, his heart grew 3 sizes and he was like,
oh, she's better. She's
I
good.
should
She's
have,
not...
I had this evidence, but
No.
I'm going to not tell the
Right,
truth. I'm
no.
going to stand. And everyone just was like a character witness for her. And they were just like, she's nice.
Everyone else calls me waitress, but she calls me by my name.
She likes my bonsai tree.
Don't send her to jail.
Yeah, she everyone calls me waitress, but she calls me by my name. Okay, what does that have to do with anything, bitch?
Does that have to do with anything, bitch?
Jumping ahead a little.
Ahead, we're at the end.
Well, right, so at the end,
Yeah.
tattoo guy goes crazy, shoots one of the bodyguards. He's okay, luckily.
Right, nothing, they get there, you're free to go. And then they get home. Oh my God, the guy who was at court with us got home ahead of us and has
Right.
now been shot.
And he's been shot.
And then, oh no.
Where's Monica Bellucci?
She's been shot too.
Oh no.
Via text, I guess. I assumed that she was sent a picture, but that's not the case.
Oh, right.
So then, yes, there's a big showdown in the wine cellar. The husband and son are now involved.
Yes. I didn't need any of this.
None of it. I didn't give a shit.
Didn't give a shit.
Never
I
needed
wanted
to
that
see.
husband to be collateral. Oh, oops, stray bullet.
He never showed up again. It's
Right.
fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
All
she needed
so
to do,
annoying.
All she needed was like, my grandfather was rich as fuck and
Done.
Cool. I fucking quit. You guys are misogynist assholes. I
Yeah.
never want to see you or hear from you ever again.
Blam.
Fuck you.
I'm
Bye.
sending you divorce papers and I never want to see you again. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Great.
Honey,
Well,
you
got
get to
that
spend,
done.
Honey, you get to spend summers in Italy with me. Okay,
Yep.
great. Have fun in college. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, my husband's in a band. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
My husband's in a band.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There was funny stuff.
There was
but
funny
then
stuff.
people that I hated kept showing up, and I was
Showing
like,
up.
I never needed to see his face again.
No. Could have seen hot cop guy naked more.
Sure. Because it was pretty violent. It
Yes.
was pretty rated R.
Yeah.
They cursed.
Yeah.
And they kept saying eat, pray, fuck. I
Right.
think it should have just gone for broke, and they should have just had some hardcore fucking scenes.
I would have loved that. Why not? She's horny AF. It doesn't have to be graphic.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be a bit.
Just like
A little more. Titillating.
Ooh, yes, exactly.
How can you get so excited at a time like this? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not titillated or anything. It's just that I don't...
We've got to separate.
Gosh, you're fickle.
A little more eat, pray, love. And actually, I will say, I'm really ready for another Under the Tuscan Sun
Moment.
Eat, Pray, Love moment. Give me... I didn't love Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat, Pray,
It
Love
was
is a terrible film.
awful. Awful. But
It's not good.
Under the Tuscan Sun, also not good, but really great.
You know who directed it?
Under the Tuscan Sun or Eat, Pray, Love?
Eat, Pray, Love.
Ron Howard.
Ryan Murphy.
Oh, wow, that tracks. Oh.
Well, I will say, the one good thing about Eat, Pray, Love, the movie, is the travel porn.
Yes,
the food
exactly.
porn.
Yes.
It looked beautiful.
Yes.
This was, their eating was supposed to be the most delicious handmade pasta ever, and I said, that looks gross.
Yeah, it looked
That doesn't look good.
mediocre.
And there wasn't enough ooh, yes.
I really wanted
Take me
more.
there.
Like the
Ooh.
trip to Italy
Yeah.
had 10 times better food porn.
Yeah.
And was a lot funnier, but that's a different
Neither here nor
kind
there.
of movie. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I know I kind of already fixed it.
Yeah.
But
At least improved upon a flawed, because once you involve the mob and there's any kind of stakes, that someone's. It's just like you can't fix the problem.
Well, a little bit.
We've all seen The Godfather.
Right.
We know that once they
draw
you
you
get
in,
out,
you can't
they
get
get you drag you back in.
Yeah.
The Godfather. Oh, right, yeah. I never saw The Godfather.
Ma come ti viene? Ma sei una mezza italiana, sei balbano. Io me ne vado.
God. Okay, look, it's really hard to find 3.5 hours.
And I think I realized I've only ever seen parts of The Godfather.
Sure.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen it from start to finish.
I've seen it, but more recently than probably most people would think. The first time I saw it was like in the last 5 years, something like that.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It was never my kind of movie.
Right.
It is great.
Sure.
And it was actually interesting watching because it's so iconic, right? And then the horse head in the bed, right? You know all the stuff that's going to happen, but you don't know why or where or when or who, right?
Sure.
And so I was like, oh, that's what was going on? Okay, clear. Okay, we're coloring in all the lines or whatever. Yeah.
I saw it when I was far too young.
Oh no.
I was like 13 and the horse head, it was pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I didn't really care to watch much of it after that. You know what I mean? And I think I watched the second one.
Well, 2's great and 3 is awful.
Right.
Unwatchably terrible.
Right. So to fix it a little, okay, back to my original fixed idea, right? He's a winemaker by trade.
I'm so sorry, but Toni Collette as first generation Italian. It's really just
that does
pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just okay, anyway, I'm sorry, I was just like
that is
I love her, but okay.
But who else would you cast for this? I mean, why not?
No one. I mean, literally, the only reason this was watchable is because Toni Collette. So
that's right. I never even thought to recast her.
She was carrying the movie on her back.
Absolutely.
And she didn't quite make it, guys. Yeah. By the end, it had worn her down. Yeah. And it had worn on my last nerve.
Right, but so she gets there. Oh, we just need you to help make peas, please. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll make cookies. I'll do whatever. She uses her purse, skills to say, I got a thing to fix this. I got a thing to fix this. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, you need a juice box? I got a juice box.
Exactly. Whatever it was that everyone's kind of happy. At least there's a ceasefire, a peace for a moment, right?
Explain how the feud began better.
Well, that would also be helpful.
Also.
She seemed like she would have asked those questions. Right, okay, let's sit down. What caused this? And then how now I can fix it.
Because the movie starts and it's just bodies on the ground. Yeah. Sexy Monica Bellucci, and what we find out is one leg, walking in very high heels.
Yes.
It was just so wild. No, this is my fake leg. It's not though. And going across, watch, we're gonna look it up and it's gonna be like, Monica Bellucci famously lost her leg. And it was like, oh fuck.
No.
And she's just like, oh no, Marcello, I don't know whatever. And then she makes a phone call and you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So anyway, it's it starts and you're like, what? I mean, but you never find out. There's never a flashback.
No, there's no.
Oh, this is what happened.
Let me tell you the story that your grandfather, nothing. And that was a mistake.
Yeah.
But so then, ceasefire, right? Okay, meanwhile, this blossoming love that maybe she started to have with the winemaker guy that she met, who also is undercover, maybe. Then he can give her eat, pray, fuck moment, right? Literally make that movie.
Right.
Why not? All I wanted was to fucking eat, pray, fuck, and now I have to deal with this mafia shit. I don't want to do it.
Right.
And it's like, okay, fine, just do this.
Well, and she never prayed.
Well, who cares?
Well, I know, but I feel like that's the, take that one out.
She didn't go to Bali? Yeah, sure. Eat, love, fuck? I don't know. It doesn't quite... Eat, fuck, love? I don't know.
Eat, fuck.
Eat, fuck. Why not? So she... that's where... So, I guess maybe it was really... That was kind of in this...
Eat, fuck, eat?
Eat, fuck, eat. Sure. A light snack, then fucking, then you really get to dig into the pasta.
The gnocchi.
The gnocchi. Yeah, fucking off after gnocchi, I don't think anyone wants that.
After all the gnocchi on the menu that she orders. She orders every
That's what I thought was going to be a thing, right? He's on top of her.
And she's like...
And she's like, oh, I just have to pee. And I was like, but I think it's all the gnocchi, girl.
Oh my God, I'm so bloated. From all the gnocchi. And then I thought it was going to be she had so much gnocchi, it absorbed the poison.
I love
because
that.
It was so much. Or he poisoned her and she's like, oh, too much gnocchi.
Too much gnocchi, but
something.
I like that too. Oh, the limoncello, bad idea.
oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Shall we fuck?
Yeah, sure.
And he's like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Anyway, okay. So.
But no, yeah. No, but when you think about it, like that, they kind of did do what I wanted, but unfortunately, they montaged it so shittily.
It was not a good use of a montage.
No, and that's where I would have really liked to just have. You montage a couple scenes, then you get a long scene of here we are. Ooh, we're at this lovely restaurant.
Well, there is a true
with
art
really
to
good-
making a proper montage.
Absolutely.
Because this montage was clunky AF. We're making wine. We never see one employee doing anything.
No,
They
no.
stomp on some grapes and suddenly
That
they
were
have
table
wine.
grapes.
That were table grapes. And suddenly they have wine. And when she gets there, all the grapes are dead. All
Right.
the vines are dead. And then when she, like a few months later, it's like, oh, it's flourishing.
I mean, I guess winter to
but
summer.
who's doing it? We never see
no.
an employee.
No, and yet supposedly this family's so
Why
rich.
wasn't the hot vintner working for, and he's like, I would love to put more effort into this and make the wine good, but they won't give me enough supplies. They won't.
Oh.
Let's go talk in the seduction canopy.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Oh, well, so you think
like
he should have
hot
worked
farmhand.
for them? Oh, hot
But
farmhand.
maybe he doesn't quite, he's like a good guy and doesn't quite, he's got a sick kid and the mob's looking out for them.
Sure,
Whatever it is.
Sure.
Because the whole, like, you can't tell him you're in the mob. I didn't care.
No, right.
Just have him be hot farmhand. Let's
Maybe.
make wine together.
Maybe.
Great.
I like it that it's from outside the mafia and also the family. Like, it's weird to me, a dynamic where she's the mob boss and he's the farmhand.
Maybe they
and
meet
so then
before
it's a little rapey.
Maybe they meet before she's been in.
Sure.
I don't know. But anyway.
But anyway, the
having him
montage
on the
needed to
grounds-
have more food, more. It almost felt like they didn't film this in Italy.
They might not have. I mean, there was a few scenes, but like
they might not have. And
it might be in Napa.
That was a mistake for me. I felt cheated. I
Mhm.
needed more Italy. It was Toni Collette at a very close second, Italy.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that.
No.
But yeah, I wanted to give me the pastas and the this and the that. Just falling in love with the food and also with him.
Yeah.
And okay, and then like, ooh, sexy. He was hot.
Right.
Sexy sex scene. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, we fade pan to the.
But then she just doesn't seem to care that he's been Matahariing her the whole time.
Well, she says I don't really give a shit at the end.
I know, but like.
But yeah, that fell apart so quickly. It was all but also it came together so quickly.
So quickly.
Where we never learn anything about him. We never really learn anything about her, who she is, what she wants, anything, except for that she jerks off to...
that was funny.
That was really funny.
What do you masturbate to? Italian cooking shows. I mean, more specifically, Stanley Tucci searching for Italy.
Stanley
Tucci
Italy.
searching for Italy.
There's one where he goes to the burrata
factory.
factory. It's so creamy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, right. Speaking of wine, though. So,
sure.
at the very end, crazy tattoo guy's like, I'm going to kill you all. And then...
It was just dumb.
Remember the creepy, weird MC Escher stairs where she exits screen left and then immediately enters upstairs screen
and
left?
And then again, she's upstairs, suddenly she's here. It was very, very weird.
It's like, what? How
but
does
at
this
this
work?
point, I mean, I know Tattoo Guy's cuckoo, right?
Sure.
But like, there's no one left. Everyone is dead.
That's what I'm saying.
So who's he gonna lead?
Well, fair.
He's killed everyone.
Right. That's where I was like, oh, and then the mafia's over, and so
Yeah.
it's fine. She can just run the wine and
She solved
whatever.
it.
She solved it. She solved the mafia in Italy. Great. I love that. Why not? Good for you, Toni Collette.
You nailed it, bitch.
But so, okay.
Right,
he falls off of
into
the railing into the crusher destemmer.
Yeah.
And gets chewed up, and she finds his pinky with the ring still on it.
It was an expensive death. They ruined that machine.
Well, or did it? Because then the very next thing we see is
I think that was a cheeky wink.
a bottle of rosé named Little Pinky. 2 days later,
What's the secret? Yeah, because wine is created that quickly. It was wild. I'm telling you, they
is
kept
this
being
like a Sweeney Todd
new
thing?
wine? I mean, I would love it.
Oh, it's so delicious because it has the blood of mafiosos in it. Like
The
what?
secret ingredient was Italian blood.
Italian blood. Now,
She just starts throwing people in.
under the Tuscan moon vampire movie, maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, I like it.
A little vampire blood makes the rosé, and then everyone has ooh.
You're just trying to connect this back to Twilight because of Catherine Hardwicke.
I love that. How I would not have thought when we talked. If you haven't watched our Twilight series,
Twilight-tober, yeah.
go watch it. When we talked about that idea in that
Who would have thought?
ever
Yeah.
that months later, she would have had a movie with Toni Collette.
An
in
Italian
Italy.
wine movie. Yeah.
Go figure.
So anyway, yeah. I guess I would say you could go see it, but I just really fell apart.
I wouldn't go see it.
No.
I think if it's streaming
on,
somewhere
you
and
can
it's
watch
free
it.
to watch, and
Yeah.
you're like, I have an hour and 45 minutes to kill.
Or watch the first 45 and go, okay, I think I got it.
Yeah, if you've watched this far, then you know where it goes,
Right.
so you're fine.
Yeah. Toni Collette.
Yes.
How will I ever have sex?